Welcome to Megapath Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today let's talk about the Walking Dead game from Overkill. I think it's just called Overkill's The Walking Dead right now. Now, this is coming out in the fall of 2018. I'm pretty hyped about it because that's this year. We don't have to wait till 2019 or 2020. Hopefully there's no delays, but it looks really good. We're getting character trailers, and the first one I discussed was a character trailer for Aiden, and this is going to be for Maya. Now with Aiden, I think I did a reaction one because it was one of the first trailers to come out. This one I already watched though because I wasn't, or I didn't think about what they were doing because I'm not really sure, or I wasn't really sure a minute ago about the what exactly we're getting gameplay wise. Now, first thing first, if you haven't heard about this, go and watch this trailer. Absolutely awesome. I'm going to put the link down below. I went and saw it on Skybound's YouTube channel. The trailer looks incredible. This is Maya, the new character, but if you go to the Overkill site, if you don't know anything about the game, it says it's a 4-person co-op action first-person shooter where you and your friends fight the dead as well as the living. Set in the Walking Dead universe, you and your group try to survive in a post-apocalyptic Washington, D.C. Now, keep in mind, this is coming from Skybound, so it takes place in the comic book universe. So when you're playing this game, you're playing these characters. They exist if this is kept, canon. I'm pretty sure it is, but they exist in the same world as comic book, Rick Grimes and everyone else. So there's no telling if later down the line we'll get any hints, glimpses, or crossovers or remixes with any comic book characters. I think that would be absolutely incredible to see comic book characters fleshed out in this way. There's a part of me though that really wants to see them in their own, little story that is more like Charlie Adler's artwork. I think that would be incredible. But we're getting off topic now. This character trailer right here shows her working at a hospital. Well, I guess this is present day. She's washing blood off her hands in a sink. The game, or the graphics here for the cinematics, look incredible, and I said this in the last one and I'm going to repeat it again. Yeah, I gotta see gameplay. Gameplay is the most important thing. You can have gorgeous cinematics, and they do here, but the gameplay is, if it could be trash and the game is done, it doesn't matter how beautiful the cinematics are. So when I talk about how amazing this looks, keep in mind we are talking about the character trailer, and yes, that does mean something because this looks amazing. If we get the gameplay and it looks amazing, plays amazing, and it's fun, then that is a great combination. But you judge each individually, you get what I'm saying? So the cinematics here, she's washing her hands, and then it kind of gives us her backstory. I like this part where I could play a little snippet. She's closing one door. I love that. And then wait, what happened? I missed it. Where'd it go? Yeah, he's closing. Damn it, Ronnie. He's closing one door. She's closing another door. I love that. And then the walkers break in. You get this moment that I really like. Yeah. Yeah, just graphics look amazing. I don't know if we should discuss it because about spoilers or whatever. Just go watch it and then come back here. There's nothing really to spoil. It's essentially she ends up killing her coworker. He gets bit in that little scuffle. We don't see it. So here's the thing with the character trailers, these little pieces, I don't know if this is, the majority of her backstory, or we're going to get a little bit more as far as the cinematics go. But the way it sounds is if it's a 4-person multiplayer, online game, that means that like I'll play here, my buddies or online buddies or subscribers, you can sync up, I guess, with the account and play. I don't know if it's something where you can you have to play consistently with those friends to complete the game, or you can play with random people and it's just like different missions. Like for example, Fortnite has an online game called Save the World, and essentially you can jump into a game with absolutely anybody, but it's a lot different than this, I would imagine, because in that one it's just waves of these cartoony colorful zombies. Look really neat though, because the people's heads are peeled back and it's kind of like a human flesh hoodie in the back. So it's neat in its own regard, but it's pretty simple and repetitive. Set traps, kill hordes, you know, that come in waves. I would imagine this is going to be very different. Not only the realism, but also the story. They talk about a story arc for the characters. So that has me just dumbfounded. Maybe I just don't play enough online co-op games, because I'll be honest, I really don't. Not like what I'm envisioning this, you know what I mean? I want to be able to go around Washington and explore, but what if, you know, my buddy hasn't played yet and I've played for a few weeks and we want to play together? How do the matches sync up? How does that co-op sync together? You get what I'm saying? So maybe if you guys already know, or if you guys have a better understanding of this, let me know, because I searched their website and I'm not finding any information or specifics about that. And that's a little confusing, in my opinion. Confusing for me, but I accept it because I feel like I'm just missing something. But it does look great, and I am excited for it. And I feel like, back to the character trailers, I feel like these trailers are just showing the backstories to these characters. You get to play them in present day. I don't know if you get to play. I wouldn't imagine you got to play their backstories a little bit. Like play this character fleeing the hospital or something. I wouldn't imagine that. They set up the character backstories, and you get to pick which character you want to play through these missions. That's how I'm kind of envisioning it, because you got to keep it somewhat loose, I would imagine. That way you can jump into the online game with random different people. You know what I mean? Different people on your, let's say, on your PlayStation network, or different friends you know in real life, or online friends, or, you know, a Facebook buddy. They got to keep it loose in that regard, so that way the missions, I would imagine, aren't so concrete for the story arc aspect. You get what I'm saying? But in a way, they got to be kind of linked up. So this looks amazing, and I think the next thing I would love to get would be the gameplay. Now, there's two other characters. There's, yeah, right here. All right, so we got zombie faces on each side. That is freaking incredible. You can't see it, though. Let me move this around. Oh, no, it won't let me move it. What the hell is going on here? Yeah, you got zombie faces. Look at that. Oh, man, that is awesome on both sides. You got Aiden there. I don't know this character with the freckles. Interested about her. You got the old white dude, and I don't know anything about him either. And then we have Maya right there. So we're going to get 2 more character trailers. I'm excited about that. But I want the gameplay. The gameplay for me right now is the most important aspect, because that's when I know, yeah, this is a game I'm going to be diving in. Right now, it looks like this is absolutely, it's absolutely a game that I'm definitely going to get, because if you watch the developer diaries, they talk about the lighting and the indoor sets and the storytelling, and everything they're saying I'm definitely on board with. Like, for example, they don't just set up a room with, okay, throw some blood there and this here. They want to set up and explain, well, why is there a puddle of blood there? Why is this? And I love that, because you can incorporate that in the gameplay, and it fleshes the world out, and it makes the world feel lived in. And I think that's one of the greatest aspects to help with the immersion for the gamer in the game. Instead of just slapping blood all around and you know, making the house a mess, you pinpoint, well, did they put all their luggage together? Were they getting ready to leave the house and the neighbor attacked them, or the zombie neighbor, and that's how the apartment's set up. Like, tell a little story without spoon feeding it to us. Now, I think that is pretty much it. If you guys have any other information, or if there's anything else that's released about this game that you want to discuss, let me know. Like I said, the 2 things to look forward to are the final 2 character trailers, and then obviously the gameplay. I feel like once that gameplay comes out, and it's got to come out any day now, once that, well, any week now, I would imagine, within, maybe I'm rushing it, maybe, because it's been some time between Aiden and Maya. But like I said, the gameplay, those, oh my god, it's like, that's the thing I want to see now. But you guys leave your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think they're going to do about the story aspect, and how connected will it be? And how's that connected, meaning we're all jumping in at different times, obviously, or are you going to have to play with players who are on certain levels, because it talks about leveling up your characters and all that. For those who have played a lot more online games, shoot that information down below. I'm relatively new to them. I've played some, but the ones I've played, the story doesn't matter. It's kind of like the shooters and stuff where you just go in and you play to win, and it doesn't really revolve around a story of characters and their survival. You know, you unlock little tidbits of your characters, but nothing past that. So this is kind of one of the first games for me online that has me a little confused how the story progression is going to go while you're playing with people who are jumping on board at different times. I hope I explained that enough, or clearly enough, I mean. But leave your thoughts and opinions about this game. It's looking amazing so far. I am super hyped for it. But put those down in the comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.